My name is Mike Akins, and I have been involved in the network marketing industry for 52 years. Now, this video is for all of you that don't think you can do this thing. I want to give you my story. I come from a real poverty-stricken home. I tell you what, we were poor. And, beans and potatoes was basically what we ate all during my childhood. And my dad hauled trash, my stepdad hauled trash as for a living. And I had on one pair of jeans throughout my whole high school experience. Now, needless to say, I was a real introvert. At 19 years old, when I started network marketing, I had a stuttering problem. If I was stuttering today and I was introducing myself, I would say something like this. My name's Mike Akins. And so I was scared absolutely to get up in front of anybody, to talk of anybody. I could not handle any kind of rejection. Now, 52 years later, I have hundreds and thousands of distributors and customers, and I make a lot of money. Now, how did I go from extrovert or introvert to extrovert? And I have spoken to as many as 10,000 people. So, let me tell you the story. When I was 19 years old, I joined Amway. And Amway was the big thing back then. And I stuttered, and I got started, and I got a lot of rejection. And guess what happened to me? I dropped out. Okay? So, I'll give you what really started me on a different journey. The second time I got in to Amway, because I messed it up and I just felt like I couldn't do it, and so I dropped out and got back in. But one day they had pushed me to give a meeting to a few people, a handful of people. Okay? Now this is the guy that stutters. Not only did I stutter, but I perspired immensely. Okay? My hair, I used to have more than I do now, would stick to my forehead. My shirt would be totally drenched, and I would shake to actually visible. To people sitting in the audience, I'd be shaking. Okay? So they pushed me and pushed me and pushed me. I was desperate to be successful, so I got up to give a little meeting in front of a few people. Well, guess what? I stuttered through it. I perspired tremendously. My shirt was totally wet, and I shook. So, in the middle of the presentation, I knocked the board over. Oh my goodness. And I was so humiliated, and I didn't want to face people. And so I quickly finished, started packing up, and someone tapped me on the shoulder. He was a farmer in our local area. And he said, "Give me an app." Wow. I was so excited. I thought, why in the world would this guy want to get into this program when I gave such a terrible meeting? Oh my goodness. So, I was asking him, what about this meeting encouraged you to get involved? Because I wanted to know. And he said, well, if you could do this thing, I know I can, because you really messed up a lot. And I sure did. And that taught me something. That is, it's the program that sells itself. It's not the person, you see. And we all know people at our level of social level. So anyone can do this. I've had a great career. You know, I really worked hard, got so I wasn't so nervous. I actually purchased conventional businesses with my network marketing funds or income. I had 2 body shops, more than 1 restaurant. I had a research company, research and marketing consultants, had real estate, and eventually had a truck stop, RV park with a restaurant, entertainment, stage and all that stuff. Say I've had a very good career, and it's a learning journey. And I've learned that. And you can start a learning journey, no matter where you're at. You just keep learning, you keep exposing yourself, and guess what? You become desensitized to rejection, being nervous, and you can be successful. If I could be successful, most of you don't stutter. And you probably don't perspire so bad that you just wet your shirt completely like you've been swimming. So I am really a good example that anyone can do this. So get started now. Don't delay. I tell you what, network marketing changed my life. I was learning how to sand cars, spray some primer. I was in the body shop business because that's where my father came from, And so I had a destiny of just staying in Hutchinson, Kansas, being in a body shop. But network marketing absolutely changed my life. I've traveled internationally from many countries. I've had some tremendous organizations. I'm presently involved in For Life Research, which is an amazing company. I even got to a point that I financed a study so I would learn more about this industry in the mid-90s. And I selected For Life Research because of this study. I learned the dynamics of success, why some people don't make it and some people do make it. But anyone can make it. So I invite you to get started. Get back with the person who introduced you to this program and move forward. Get with your upline for support. For Life has a lot of support. You can do this. Get started today.